10 mysterious creatures caught on camera. There are creatures that lurk out there in the dark, that haunt the isolated forests of the world, and hide in the icy depths of the deepest lakes. They appear unexpectedly and inexplicably, then vanish just as mysteriously, usually leaving witnesses dumbfounded, frightened, and unfortunately in most cases, without a shred of evidence. Through the ages, the tales of these creatures have trickled down generation after generation. Have you ever encountered any of the creatures on this list? Let us know in the comments section. Let's get started. Number 10. Tsunami Monster. On March 11, 2011, a magnitude 9 earthquake shook northeastern Japan, unleashing a savage tsunami. The effects of the great earthquake were felt around the world, from Norway's fjords to Antarctica's ice sheet. Tsunami debris has even continued to wash up in North American beaches years later. However, while some people were stuck on top of buildings as the tsunami rushed in, a strange thing was caught on camera. What appears to be a shape-shifting entity, it jumps from tree into water and then onto a building, before finally disappearing into thin air. Many people have come up with all sorts of conclusions, while some say that this is just the outcome you get from a bad quality camera, and others say it's just the expelling of gases from a container. Many still believe this was a shapeshifter, just moving out of the way of the tsunami. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for all of you that'll just take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And boom, 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works. Number 9. Silky Mermaids. Silky mermaids are creatures found in Faroese, Icelandic, Irish, and Scottish mythology. They have the ability to transform themselves from seal to human form. Selkies are able to shapeshift by shedding their seal skin, a risky endeavor considering they must reapply the exact same skin in order to return to seal form. Stories surrounding these creatures are usually romantic tragedies. They're allowed to make contact with humans for only a short while before they must return to the sea. In many cases, humans have unknowingly fallen in love with the Selkies. Other times, humans have hidden the skin of the Selkie, thus preventing it from returning to seal form. If a man finds and seals a female Selkie's skin, then she will be under his control and is traditionally forced to become his wife. These creatures have been known to lure humans to the sea by creating illusions and a false sense of reality. Number 8. Yeti. In Himalayan folklore, the Yeti is a monstrous creature. The names Yeti and Métis are commonly used by the indigenous people of the region and are a part of their folk beliefs. The Nepalese people believe that the Yeti is a nocturnal creature. It whistles and growls and has the strength to kill a human with a single punch. There have been numerous sightings of the Yeti, and the first ever recorded sighting goes back to 1951, when an English mountaineer, Eric Shipton, was on an expedition to scale Mount Everest. He took the first photographs of the Yeti's footsteps. He searched his whole lifetime for the magnificent beast that could survive such dangerous climates, which unfortunately no other human could survive, and he consequently died in his search. Moving towards Europe, specifically Eastern European countries, have also reported numerous encounters with the Yeti, and also associate the disappearances of a number of researchers and explorers to this beast. Number 7. Bigfoot. Bigfoot is a big part of the indigenous folklore of the Pacific Northwest, and he's depicted as a cannibalistic, hairy man-like creature that roams the great forests and mountains of the region, abducting children in the dead of night and sabotaging the salmon-catching nets of local fishermen. Americans have been obsessed with the Sasquatch, later renamed Bigfoot, and the hunt has been ongoing for decades. There have been multiple reports of sightings. However, most of those turned out to be a hoax, but some still hold a very strong claim. Perhaps the most important and significant footage ever recorded was by Bigfoot researcher Paul Freeman, who unintentionally recorded an alleged Bigfoot mom alongside her baby. The figure he describes was taller than 8 feet and moved swiftly through the forest. However, following in his footsteps, many have tried to claim fame, but didn't get much success. 2 men even went as far as to claim they discovered a body of a Sasquatch, which later turned out to be just a badly done costume made out of rubber. Number 6. Pooka. The Pooka is a legendary creature of Celtic folklore, most notably in Ireland, the west of Scotland, and Wales. The Pooka is a mythological fairy and the ultimate shapeshifter. The creatures are capable of assuming a variety of forms, including a horse, rabbit, goat, goblin, or dog. No matter what shape the Pooka takes, its fur is always dark. They're most commonly seen as a black horse with a flowing mane and luminescent orange eyes. Pookas have the power to use human speech, and although they're known for giving good advice, they also enjoy confusing and terrifying humans. Pookas have a fondness for riddles and are sociable creatures, and they're known to gather and play pranks on unsuspecting people and children. In many regions of the world, the Pooka are seen as a creature of the mountains and hills, where they are incredibly respected and, if treated nicely, will help humans. Number 5. Wendigo. The Wendigo is a creature appearing in the mythology of the Algonquian people. Descriptions of the Wendigo vary across cultures, but they're generally described as a large alien-like canine beast. They're known as malevolent and cannibalistic creatures. Wendigos are strongly associated with the winter, the north, and coldness. Human beings will transform into Wendigos if they perform cannibalism. The person will become possessed by the demonic spirit of the beast, usually in a dream. Once transformed, the individual will become violent and obsessed with eating human flesh. These monsters are the embodiments of gluttony, greed, and excess. They're never satisfied with killing and consuming just one person. Wendigos are constantly searching for new victims. They've been classified as giants, and upon transformation, the human will grow considerably in size. They populate rural and highly forested mountainous regions. Recently, the Wendigo has become a horror entity, much like the vampire, werewolf, or zombie. Number 4. Encantado. An Encantado is a legendary Brazilian creature, and they live in a deep underwater realm called the Encante. Encantados are most commonly viewed as a type of freshwater dolphin or sea snake that has the ability to shapeshift into human form. They're characterized by superior muscle ability, seductiveness, and an attraction to parties. Most modern-day people view it as just a hoax, but many people still believe that the pink dolphins are actually Encantados, and specifically the villagers near the Amazon River do not visit the waters at night because of these creatures. Plenty of South Americans believe in the existence of the Encantado and claim to have seen and interacted with the species. The creature's transformation into human form seems to be rare and usually occurs at night. While in human form, the Encantado will wear a hat to hide its protruding forehead. It does not appear while shapeshifting and frequently displays magical abilities, such as the power to control storms and haunt humans. Number 3. Oswang. An Oswang is a mythical creature in Filipino folklore. Here you see an alleged Oswang sighting where a man clearly cannot fall asleep and is terrified by the presence of this creature. The creature is described as a combination of vampire and witch and is almost always female. The Oswang is known as an eater of the dead and a cannibal. They're capable of transforming into either a huge black dog or a black boar. The creatures stalk and eat human beings at night, but garlic bulbs, holy water, and other objects are believed to repel the Oswang. In human form, they appear normal, are quiet, shy, and elusive. But at night, they transform into the deadly beast. One key feature of the Oswang is its bloodshot eyes. In the Middle Ages, the Oswang was the most feared among the mythological creatures of the Philippines. However, Oswangs are similar to humans. They experience a wide range of emotions, from anger to sadness to humiliation and happiness. They can form friendships and will never cause harm to their friends and neighbors. Oswangs move quickly and silently, and they're so skinny that they're able to hide behind bamboo posts. When they hunt, they prefer to travel as far as possible so that their true nature does not become obvious to everyone in their town, because they understand that if they were identified, they would likely be killed by villagers immediately. Number 2. Vampires. Vampires are the only known beings who cannot be seen in mirrors, and this video just proves that they're walking among us. Vampires are legendary creatures said to feed on the blood of humans and animals. It's difficult to make a single definitive description of the folkloric vampire, although they were usually reported as ruddy, purplish, or dark in color. They're shapeshifters and can take many forms, predominantly bats or humans. Vampires are typically described as undead, although some cultures believe that they can be living. In the past, vampire superstition in Europe led to mass hysteria, which resulted in corpses being staked and people being accused of vampirism. They're known to terrorize their previous neighborhoods and will seduce their victims, waiting for the right moment to attack their neck. Vampires are masters of disguise and camouflage, and many violent killing sprees have been attributed to them. The most recent recorded case of vampirism is that of 19-year-old Mercy Brown, who died in Exeter, Rhode Island in 1892. But who knows, maybe they just learned how to blend in. Number 1. Lycanthrope. Lycanthropes, or werewolves, are mythological humans that have the ability to shapeshift into wolves, or anthropomorphic wolf-like creatures. They can infect the human population with a bite, and the creature's transformation is often associated with the full moon. Let's talk about Manuel Blanco Romasanta, Spain's first recorded serial killer who allegedly committed the crimes while in his wolf form, and was a registered case of lycanthropy. He was not given the death sentence for his crimes, but served life imprisonment while undergoing medical examinations. The lycanthrope's mythology originated in Europe, but many accounts are found all over the ancient world. Features of the werewolf include the meeting of both eyebrows at the bridge of the nose, curved fingernails, low-set ears, and a swinging stride. They have superhuman strength and senses, far beyond those of either wolves or men. And up until the 20th century, wolf attacks on humans were a widely reported cause of mass death in Europe.